Indeed, it is a joy to continue reading this book by Uriah Smith, Thoughts on Daniel and Revelation, 1897, the original writing and comments by Uriah Smith. Before I read with you today our series, let us seek the Lord in prayer. Our Father in heaven, bless this time with your people. I pray for your spirit. I pray that your spirit of truth will lead us to truth. I pray in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. We are now reading this comment, page 133, the second paragraph. The Pope, who was thus peremptorily ordered not to set his foot again upon Italian soil until he had carried out the will of the king, certainly could not hope for much advancement toward any kind of supremacy till that power was taken out of the way. Baronius, according to Bauer, will have it that the Pope sacrificed himself on this occasion and advised the emperor not by any means to comply with the demand the king had sent him. But Mr. Bauer thinks this inconsistent, since he could not, he says, sacrifice himself without sacrificing at the same time the far greater part of the innocent Catholics in the West, who were either subject to King Theodoric or to other Arian princes in alliance with him. It is certain that the Pope and the other ambassadors were treated with severity on their return, which Bauer explains on this wise. Others arraigned them all of high treason, and truly the chief men of Rome were suspected at this very time of carrying on a treasonable correspondence with the court of Constantinople and machinating the ruin of the Gothic Empire in Italy. The same book, page 326. The same book that we have read previous in this series. The feelings of the papal party toward Theodoric may be accurately estimated according to a quotation already given by the vengeance which they took on his memory. When they tore from his massive tomb in Ravenna the pervery vase in which his Arian subjects had enshrined his ashes. But these feelings are put into language by Baronius, who invades against Theodoric as a cruel barbarian, as a barbarous tyrant, as an impious Arian. But having exaggerated with all his eloquence and bewailed the deplorable condition of the Roman Church, reduced by that heretic to a state of slavery, he comforts himself in the end and dries up his tears with the pious thought that the author of such a calamity died soon after and was eternally damned. Baronius Annals, AD 526, page 116, Bauer, volume 3, page 328. While the Catholics were thus feeling the restraining power of an Arian king in Italy, they were suffering a violent persecution from the Arian Vandals in Africa. Gibbon's chapter 37, page, section 2. Eliot in the Horae Apocalypticae, volume 3, page 152, note 3 says, the Vandal kings were not only Arians, but persecutors of the Catholics in Sardinia and Corsica under the Roman episcopate. We may presume as well as in Africa. Such was the position of affairs when in 533 Justinian entered upon his Vandal and Gothic wars. Wishing to secure the influence of the Pope and the Catholic party, he issued the memorable decree which was to constitute the Pope the head of all the churches, and from the carrying out of which, in 538, the period of papal supremacy is to be dated. And whoever will read the history of the African campaign, 533, that's 4, and the Italian campaign, 534 to 538, will notice that the Catholics everywhere hailed as deliverers the army of Belisarius, the general of Justinian. We will read the next paragraph the next time. May God our Father continue to bless you, and his only begotten divine Son continue to be gracious to you, now and forevermore. I pray. Amen. Amen.